I was messing with my settings 'cause I was recording lines, and they sound great when I'm recording lines, but now it's really hard for me to talk into the mic. I to fix this mic issue because I'm literally like right up against the mic. I have my gate is off too. That's an issue. Okay, what if I nope, that bumps up me. What if I did this? Is that better? That's a little better, right? I'm a little bit loud. You guys can hear me now. Oh, but now you guys are hearing all the sounds. Let's not do that. I'm not making that many changes, so like it shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't mess up my settings too much, and then it messed up all the settings. That's fine. But yeah, I also started to cut down on some of my VODs for the YouTube for the YouTube. For YouTube because I was like maybe it would help if I cut out like the silent portions where I'm not really doing anything and just kind of keep things going. But because of that, I'm like actually rewatching the VODs and I'm like I think like half the time I'm like what am I doing with my voice? This is a great song. I love Ride the Cyclone. Oh, I haven't heard that one yet. I mostly listen to this one and oh, The Ballad of Jane Doe. I was like, what's the name of that song? I got a nightmare in the dream I have to do math to play on my P. That's the worst. No. I would, you guys would not see me as much online if I had to do math to get on my PC. But yeah, no, like there's like some points where I'm like, I never really noticed it, but how I would just randomly pitch up for like absolutely no reason. I'm just like, why do I do that? it it kind of gives okay, so like I know this is one thing that I've noticed like when I'm working. Um when I'm just talking regularly, it's kind of like on the higher end and it's just kind of like funsies. But then, like, I know that as soon as I get serious, I literally just drop into this. I'm like, but I don't understand. Like, what can you, like, it just drops and then I'll like stay at that pitch. I'm like, why do I do that? But yeah, other than that, my week has been kind of chill for the most part. Oh, I got my new headphones. Um, They're pretty cool. They're not as comfortable as my old ones, but they're wireless and they're like comfortable enough where I don't want to return them. My friend in Dream was supportive not to let me copy their paper though, but I got caught, so I woke up. No! Well, thankfully, in this dimension, you do not need to do math to get into your computer, depending on your password. Fuck, so serious mode, no customer service voice, no frills, straight business. Straight business. Like it'll literally just be like, oh yeah, no, but that sounds like a great fun weekend plan and like like do you have anything fun planned? I ended up doing this and then it'll be like, okay, but I see on here that the due date is set for this. And I was just wondering if we're still on track for that. It's just like two modes, two modes of cherry. I've been Yeah, I've just been mostly chilling for the most part. My spoons have been rather low for the last couple of months. Have you seen the new Deadpool movie? I haven't. I want to though. I see so many good things about it. Oh my God, have you guys seen the Channing Tatum post about Ryan Reynolds? Like regarding his role? It's so cute. And then Ryan's response to that tweet. Oh, it's so cute. Time to touch grass and watch it. I have the movie pass, so I really should watch it. It's just a matter of me having to go to the theater, though. I do want to watch it, though. And the fact that they got Hugh Jackman as Wolverine again. Love it. I'm excited to see it. And the fact that they have Gambit in the movie, like, excuse me, I love Gambit. So you know what Channing Tatum sounds like, right? For the most part, yes. Like, in my head, I think I do. I heard that he sounds a little goofy. Is that true? Would you like a video that would make you laugh about VA stuff? Yes, please. Send it over. Actually, no, if you can you post it in the Discord? That way I can pull it up and I won't lose it. Less chances of me losing it. Thank you, JB. I appreciate you. Is it the VA struggling to say Massachusetts? Oh no. Channing Tatum seems like a good guy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know much about him, but he gives good energy. What channel do you want it in? Post it wherever you see fit. It's under funny TikToks. Okay, thank you. Perfect, JB. Where's the cuties? I see a cutie in chat right now. I see all the cuties in chat right now. Hello, Daru. Hello, how are you? There's a big one on the right. Where? No, no, you. She has fox ears? Couldn't be me. Stinky, Stimky Daru spotted. We're all a little stinky here. Also, hello, Hats. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'll smell for you. Oh, oh. My week has been good though. It's been rather chill. It's been nice. I've been trying to take it easy. You may still get Southern Belle Cherry. Yeah, cherry, I'm squealing. Okay, you know what's funny? When I'm just like messing around, I know how to do Southern Belle. When someone asks me to do Southern Belle, I'm all of a sudden just like, I don't know how a Southern person sounds like. I don't know why. I guess it's like similar line of like, what's your favorite movie? And I all of a sudden just don't remember a single movie I've ever seen. But I'm right here. Yeah, that doesn't translate over to my voice. That's like you with your good as hell Harley voice. I haven't even done a Harley voice. What do you mean? What do you mean? Perfect. Don't take yourself so serious. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. You've done it before without even thinking. Oh, fuck, you're right. Wait, I forgot. I actually did do it without thinking about it. I forgot about that. I remember doing it jokingly, and then I forgot there was actually a time where I did it without thinking. It was so creepy. I don't know. Just give me your best. There's a snake in my boot. Oh, like in a southern voice? Wait, it's gonna sound super silly. There. Audio, wait, okay, so you kind of have to do a drawl, right? So like there's this. Wait, no, never mind. I don't want to. I don't know. Whenever people ask me to do something, I'm always just like,
darling,
I don't know.
you have but set my hearts free.
It's me, the big nerd who forgot stream time because I was listening to Simple and Clean on Luvo. Honestly, based. I had a nerd moment. What's up? What was your nerd moment? It'll give me time to pull up the game. Perfect. Didn't even take that long. I have a hi-fi MP3 player on the way. It's a 32 gig expandable up to 2 terabytes via micro SD. That is big nerd. A hi-fi MP3 player. Oh my god, they still make these? I found, wait, there's one that looks like the Zune. Wait, these look so cool. Some of these look like the Zune. I fucking love the Zune. I'm probably way like dating myself here, but like I fucking love the Zune. I still have mine. It's retro but pretty base. Yeah. From the floppy disk and PS1 and 2 memory cards of my childhood, 1 terabyte is something just bigger than my fingernails. Yes. Jerry's a hag like me. Okay. Well, so long as I'm not alone in that. So long as I'm not the only hag, I suppose. Yeah, I still have my Zune. I don't think I ever charged it, but like I fucking love that thing because like I used to watch like movies on it and stuff. Oh my god. Over 21 hack. You know what? That is quite a low bar to have to hit. I absolutely hate that over 21 is hag. Like, excuse you. Excuse you. Don't call me a hag just because you're jealous that I can legally drink. I'm laughing every time. 25 is still too young for hag. Exactly. See, when I hear hag, I think of like Christmas cake is the right Christmas cake. What's a Christmas cake? Yeah, when I hear hag, I think of like super old. Hag is like 60, 70 for me. It's like, you know, like usually when you see like a hag witch, they're like usually super old. Don't just throw around old like that. Undesirable after the 25th. So unfortunate. A bad time for women over 25 because it's a Christmas cake. No one wants them after the 25th. No! Oh my god, that's horrible. Gonna be me soon. There's people out there that do love Christmas cake, so I'm not one of them, but like, you know, there's someone out there. I guess if I was a woman, I'd be undesirable. Being desirable is overrated anyways, let's be real. Hey bro, I saw the new statistics, yeah? Give me the stats. Nerd out on me. 30 is the new 20 for making children. Honestly, yeah, I can see that. Also, though, like, at the rate this world is going, it's just kind of like... like, more than half of us are just like, we can't even afford a kid. Exactly. In this economy? Excuse me? That's my thing. I'm like, in this economy? with the way my bank account works. Who needs kids when you can adopt a pet? Yeah, exactly. My dog won't talk back at me most of the time. Okay. I I yapped a lot longer than I usually do today. Working 100+ hours for my femboy husbando. Living the dream, truly, Mike. Imagine having your life put together enough to own a pet couldn't be me. Oh. One day. You'll get there one day, JB. I believe in you. We can see the wanted wall, see who else was added. Oh my god, banned from the... Oh my god. Michelle, I don't know. Banned from the tavern for incessantly performing the popular Wellspring song Wall of Wonder every night. You've seen those ones. Oh, this one's new. Aurel Divinity Evergreen was trying to sell empty flasks claiming that it was actually a potion of invisibility. Oh, oh no, banned for sleep eating other characters' food. I don't think I've read this one before either. Azura banned from the tavern for making the quest maiden cry. I'm still very, very sorry. About Trist the Boisterous. His poetry is radical, perhaps too radical, to justify his crimes against humanity. Oh. Yikes. Tater is wanted for eating all of the tater tots in the tavern and not leaving a good enough tip. At least that's what he thinks. He actually forgot to pay for his meal. Oh no, wait, I do remember that one. Sakura is wanted for beating the most disgusting drink I have ever been given to undo. Poor little buddy gave me quite the look. I've read those too. I remember that one. I do remember Chaos Home. Banned for releasing a horde of chickens into the tavern during a performance. Artemis is such a mood, really. Yami, I remember. Professor Kivalia? Not a real professor. Banned for bringing trouble to the tavern, which we definitely didn't need and don't want to have again. Surwa, suspected of stealing magic items from other adventurers that are customers of the tavern. I love these. These are so goofy. Fangs wanted... Oh, Fang's banned for stealing a barrel. Needed it as a dragon mug. Thorsten banned for avant-garde performances and table flipping temper. Warning, may start a brawl over musical critiques. Okay, where are we with our adventures?
They're mine now.
We're kind of in the middle of Act 2, I think. I don't quite remember what we were doing. Okay, let me try and figure out which save. Oh, well, I'm assuming it's that save. Oh, our good boy is back. I forgot about that. He's so... I love him. No thoughts behind those eyes. I love them. I don't remember where we are, though. I know they just finished a quest. I'm not sure if they picked up another quest, though. I don't think that they did. Been waiting 84 years for those chicken nugget crochet. It'll come one day. One of these days when you least expect it. I have it on my Trello. Keeping track of everything. Hagstad. I sure am Hagstad. It's okay. You're not alone in that. You can join the rest of the Hag Club here. Good morning. Morning, Clay. Did you sleep well? I did. It took ages for you to fall asleep. I was too excited thinking about our adventure. But I slept really well. Happy to hear that. Tia, did you sleep? She passed out right after she had some soup. I hope that Lady Cassiopeia would send me signs for my divine mission in my dreams. Did she? I don't remember. Sounds like you slept well then. Anyhow, I see you had time to prepare the quest. Wonderful. Let's get started. Uh, let's take this one step at a time. Clay, I was looking forward to some soup. And I hope you like lentils. I left some with your purple friend and told him to keep an eye on it. Oh no, Andrew's gonna eat the whole thing. I'm not gonna have no soup. Well, I hope Andrew enjoyed that soup. Thank you for feeding my familiar, Clay. Of course. Well, did you two enjoy your soup? Very much. Clay is quite the talented chef, even though eating it did make me very tired. And Tia is a very good cooking companion. It took a while to make, so we had a lot of time to talk. It was nice. Did you talk about friendship bracelets, I hope? Not quite. Many things, like I thought it'd be fun to make her niece one of my little dolls my granny taught me to make. The ones with the flower dresses and mini axes. I don't have any siblings or cousins, but Tia said she's gonna make little star lamps for my parents' garden. Is that so? He offered to cook for my family. And I can't offer to cook for his. My cooking skills are unimportant to my destiny. But I thought if I were to visit, it would be appropriate to bring some sort of thank you gift. And who wouldn't want some stars in their garden? Especially now.
They're mine now.
That sounds lovely. Have you ever visited the Highlands before? No, not thus far. Though, I've always wanted to. Our snow dragon building competitions are famous. I've never heard of those. Oh. But they do sound intriguing. When I was young, one of my favorite stories that Elysian told me was that of the ever-burning flame. It is said to have been a gift from Leviathan to the first mortals. Along with it, he bestowed the power of elemental manipulation upon his chosen. I vaguely recall there being another version where one of his guardians stole the flame from him instead. Blasphemous hearsay is all that is. We should be thankful for the gifts he has given us. I've always wanted to pay my respects to the flame. And it just happens to still be burning in an ancient temple in the Highlands, keeping the hope of Asteria alive for eternity. So I'm looking forward to seeing it in person sooner rather than later, and with a local guide no less. I've never visited before either, but I once went to the Autumn Glow Festival in Verica. You can see the temple from there. Autumn Glow Festival? What's that about? I'm sure he can tell you all about it another time. Please, let's get back to the quest. I have one more question. Fine, one more. Ah. What's your no, you're gonna say soup. What's your favorite color? Are you serious? Who cares about such trivialities? I do. Me too. Fine. I shall indulge you both. It's turquoise. Interesting. I thought it would be purple. No. Purple is a beautiful color. The color of my order, in fact. But turquoise is evolving and beautiful. Exactly that. You should wear more turquoise then. Wearing your favorite color is like free happiness. Oh, why is he so cute? Such things do not matter to me. Representing my order is much more important. If you say so. Clay, what's your favorite color? Orange. The color of friendship. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. A good choice. No, the quest. Horse. Would you like me to dye it turquoise? No. So I'm assuming you're going together. Unfortunately, I was going to go alone, but Clay insisted on coming along. Clay is flat unfortunate. It's a very dangerous quest, and he is not practiced in the ways of a divine warrior. Could you imagine if he tried to befriend some bleak stalkers? That'd make for a fun story, I think. But if you really want to do this alone, you could just go by yourself. Look at that face! Look at that! How can you say no to that face? Who would make her soup then? Exactly. Yep, that makes sense. Plus, I need to meet those bleak stalkers. I've never seen any before, and I can't wait to find out what they like to eat. You. They like to eat you. Only if they're hungry. Could you at least try to be reasonable? I am. Local creatures can be very helpful. I know they can be dangerous too. Of course, it's important to have your guard up so you can defend yourself if they're scared. Generally, if you approach anything non-violently, they'll like you more. Maybe the innkeeper can give us some extra charisma too, so we can convince them to help us out. Yeah, I could. I could offer you some honey flowers as well. They can be very inspiring even to bleak stalkers. Think so, at least. Oh, I've never tested that one out, actually. We could test it for you. Nonsense. We need to head into this knowing we'll have to fight our way through. The name Bleakstalkers doesn't exactly inspire confidence in their hospitality. Not to mention there could very well be more dangerous monsters roaming the abandoned Everbloom. We need to refresh our strength and hope that our mortal weapons will be enough to damage them. That's of concern. I could offer you some citron. It's infused with divine properties that'll bless your weapon strikes. With a little help from the dragons, no creature should be able to withstand you, no matter how bleak. Citron can only be found deep within the Forbidden Valley. How would you even have access to that? Well, you know. No, I don't. Well, anyway, I think both of your strategies could work. Strength and Citron will let you fight your way through any danger in no time. But with the right mix of defense, charisma, and honey flowers, it might offer you a more unconventional solution. You help us decide. I don't want to argue. We're going with Clay's idea because he's a sweet little bean. 2 crowns and 1 and 3. Sorry, no. 3 defense and 1 crown. London? Frosted Lagoon? Oh no, that's not true. Wait, hold on. Is this... I think this is the honey flower, right? Used to be rare before adventurers introduced her to local farms. Now commonplace, everyone can be inspired by their sweetness. There you go. That's so cute. I would love to hear the story about you befriending those bleak stalkers. Or, at the very least, how their teeth were no match against your armor. Or your pecs. Plus, this worked well for you last time, Tia. Let's hope I'll be lucky again. Fine. I trust your judgment, innkeeper. Good. You should. Thank you for all your help, innkeeper. But we should get going now. Indeed. Wait, why are you in such a hurry? Yesterday I met Fable at the farmer's market and they helped me pick out the right vegetables for the soup. And then they invited me to their barbecue on the 31st of Cassiopeia. So we need to make it back in time for that. You can always leave early if it takes too long. Well, what about you? What about me? You're also coming. I have to work. You also have to eat. Oh, yeah, go eat. You might even have fun, who knows? I will consider it. Let's hurry then. Innkeeper, can you let Fable know we'll be back in time? Of course, I'll let them know as soon as they grace our tavern with our presence again. Oh yeah, Grace should know too. I think she's bringing her famous fortune nuggets. I'll tell her as well. I wish you a successful quest. It shall be so. See you soon. Yo, so cute. I have to be honest, I don't remember what I was trying with this one. Greetings, innkeeper. Hello, Archie. Good to see you again. It's always a delight to be here. It makes me feel like I'm part of something bigger already. Glad to hear that. Speaking of which, were you able to help those farmers out? Oh yes, talking to Fable was truly inspiring. They were so right. The farmers really had no interest in gold or other riches. So instead, I helped them with reconstructing their land, barns, houses, with my own 2 hands. I even got some blisters from it. Remnants of my first ever heroic deed. Very exciting and painful. Now that I think about it, do you have a recipe for a drink that could help out in this specific situation? I want to be able to help every single farmer with ease. I want to lift the heaviest logs and steel myself from the most stubborn splinters. You're right. A drink like that is still missing from my recipe book. But let me think of something. Thank you, dearly. Now I was making my way to our tavern to our tavern, to your tavern. I walked past an astounding duel of adventurers. A stunning seraph and a massive half-giant. They were so utterly impressive. I aspire to be like them someday. Feels like I'm in a book. Like I delved headfirst into one of the stories on my bookshelf. Magic and adventure surrounding me with every step, and unknown lurking dangers in the shadows. This is all so exciting. But now I'm just daydreaming. Originally, I came here seeking one of your magical drinks. Of course. What would you like? Preferably something that'll help me defend myself from devious dangers, like splinters in my hands. The drink I had last time did. Well, I presume it did something, but those splinters were a real nuisance, I'll tell you that. I got you. Don't worry. What is this? Steel tonic? With the steel tonic running through your veins, you can become the buff party tank of your dreams. Its cooling qualities mixed with a surprisingly spicy aroma boost your vitality to new heights and leaves you impenetrable to damage. That is, if they're even fast enough to hit you. Oh ho ho. Well, you only need like 3, right? So I might as well just make you the Frosted Lagoon, no? Order up. Don't give me that unimpressed face. And against your arch nemesis, Splinters. Here you go. I can already feel my skin getting tougher. Helping people grow calluses is my secret party trick. Oh, maybe I should bring my friend here someday. Your drink mixing magic is quite peculiar, really. Oh, your friend? Is he from Winmore as well? That is correct. I've known him since we were kids. Mostly due to our parents being of similar wealth and influence. I think we were kind of chosen to be friends. We decided to write each other letters when he's not here in Zenith. He's actually in a kind of dire situation right now. You see, diplomat, deeply involved in the whole Asteria mainland negotiations. Due to him nearly getting kidnapped during his last business trips in Asteria, he decided to fire his entire personal security crew. You ask me, his reaction was a little over the top, but I don't interfere with his decisions, so... Oh, he doesn't have any bodyguards, and I would like to help him. But honestly, I have no clue what I should do. He definitely doesn't need any money, just like the farmers didn't. Got more than enough of it as it is. I mean, if you're brave enough, you could volunteer to be his bodyguard. Splendid idea. I like how you think, Innkeeper. But I don't know if I'd be strong enough, even with your magically infused drinks. He might need more protection than I could offer. Well, I still do that thing with the quest. Oh, you're right. I could just hang up a quest on your pin board. And then some brave adventurers will offer to help us out. My friend means the world to me. I would never forgive myself if something happened to him. So, you're looking for the best bodyguards in Zenith? Absolutely. Well, I already have some folks in mind that are more than qualified to do the job. Let's just hope that my quest writing skills are enough to attract just the right people. Write a lot? No. Yes. Sometimes. I love to write stories about cunning and courageous adventurers. Somehow they always manage to get out of the most dreadful situations by cheating death multiple times. But that's, well, writing doesn't really fit the image of a heroic adventurer himself, does it? Why would I dream of other people's journeys if I could live the tales myself? You've got a fair point. Also, it's easier to write about things you've experienced firsthand. Absolutely. Oh, I can't wait to see my friend again and help him out. I'll be more than prepared. Fable also offered to teach me how to use a bow. How could I say no to such an enticing offer? Getting caught or getting taught by the Fable of the Ashen Grove themselves? It's more than I could ever dreamed of. They also mentioned another friend of theirs, an imposing Vokakin lady named Carolyn. Do you know her by any chance? Oh, Lynn? Yeah, I know her quite well. It's quite the local legend. I'm surprised you haven't heard of her. She single-handedly outsmarted a wyvern chimera. That's incredible. This tavern is full of hidden treasures. Apparently, Lady Carolyn is bored because her newest protege is on a mission and haven't returned yet. She'll be joining my training with Fable. Oh, you're in for a ride. How thrilling. I nearly can't contain my excitement. But for now, I've got to think of the right words for the job posting. Don't worry about that. Assembling quests for patrons is one of my services. Really? That would be so helpful. I got you. You'll have the perfect crew of bodyguards for your friend assembled in no time. Trust me. Thank you so much. And also, thank you for the drink. Coming here is always a delightful source of inspiration. Always happy to help. Until then, innkeeper. The next time, adventurer. Who are you? Who are you? Excuse me? Oh yeah, Tia has a new... She is a seraph residing in the Aperture, a stronghold of Cassiopeia. Her curriculum must have been full of history lessons about the world surrounding us, but apparently she never learned how to cook. And contrary to her appearance, her favorite color is actually turquoise, not purple. Important facts we must remember. Well, Grace is new too. Grace is a Selenite witch who just successfully defended her wizard's PhD thesis. She's calm and gentle and seems to be a bit tired of her brother's chaotic experiments. Her older brother's experiments. Even though he is shorter than her and looks younger, Grace is actually the younger sibling. I want to see Baya again. I loved Baya. Look at her. My little cryptid. Hey, how's it going? Hello, come on in. This is a cute little tavern, I'm not gonna lie. Wasn't that convinced from the outside, but the interior is really adorable. I'm glad. Are you accustomed to more opulent exteriors. For sure, but I do enjoy the cozy feeling of a simple tavern. You know, it's good being away from the hustle and bustle of the big city sometimes. I get that. Are you new in town? I am. How'd you know? It's been a while since I last saw a phantasm around here, that's all. I just took a guess. I really like their horn ornaments. It looks so pretty. Ah, I see. I came here straight from the capital, just needed a moment to breathe. You get me? Yeah, I do. That's why I settled here, on the outskirts of Zenith. This town's big enough for me to never run out of work, but small enough to not feel overwhelmed. Yeah, exactly. So, you run this business in Keep? Correct? Just me, my familiar, and this tavern. Oh, and all the regulars that come here, of course. Of course. And with whom do I have the pleasure today? Perhaps one of my next regulars? Who knows? Maybe. The name's Voyage, but you may call me Boy. He did not just blow me a kiss. Alright, Boy. Got it. What can I do for you today? I really like Boy's music. I don't even know if you guys can hear it. It's so good. Is it time for a cherry fox mob emote? Oh, like the bear one? Oh, that'd be cute. I wouldn't mind looking into that. That'd be really cute. Well, I mean, a drink would be the way to go, I suppose. Wait, don't tell me you haven't heard of me. Not yet, I'm afraid. I suppose I should have? I'm the Voy, the famous bard. Ring any bells? Nope. Well, I guess you'll have to get to know me then. And what better way to do so than with a fine drink made by the finest innkeeper? You're a real sweet talker, aren't you? I guess I am. Yeah. Well, is there anything specific that you would like? No. Surprise me with something that'll make me even more irresistible. Like a real Prince Charming. The sudden changes in music is so jarring. I mean, quite easily. I could just give you a spoken heart. That seems very boy coded. Oh, look, he's from the capital. That's like I think that's like a very similar shade of purple too. May this drink give you an untwistable silver tongue. Oh, this is good. Nearly as good as my musical talent. I have a feeling this drink might influence your next performance. Will it boost my charisma even further? Oh, you'll have to wait and see. Let's just say you might want to come back afterwards to get another drink. Oh, now you're teasing me. How about you tell me more about you now? Didn't you want me to get to know you better? Hold on tight to your counter, innkeeper. Because I'm about to knock your socks off. Is being from the capital this game's equivalent of is he gay or European? Why not both? Bring it on. So, right in front of you is the one and only Voy, Raveler of lands, Healer of hearts, and the most famous bard in all of Fazoa. Not only because of his immaculate talent, but also because of his good looks, I might add. I'm fairly impressed. Of course you are. Might ask for an autograph later then. But what brings you here, boy? As I said, I just needed a breath of fresh air. A short break from the big city. Is it hard being famous? Not really, no. Maybe a little bit, sometimes. But making music and performing is my job, and I absolutely love it. So, it's not a big deal, really. It just makes me cherish the quieter moments. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Would it be cool if I kept you in your little familiar company for a bit? Is my man's the bard here? Does he have an Urhu? That's like pretty cool. Absolutely, make yourself at home. Nice. You ran into them? I don't think so, right? I don't remember them at least. Oh my god, why? How? How did he even decorate his perfect? Wait, but this is so cute, the little drawing. Boy, short for Voyage, is a very famous bard working in the capital. He needed a short break from all the fame and troubles being a musician comes with, and ended up here in Zenith. He is a particularly flirty fellow, though he falters when you happen to match his energy. Big mood, honestly. Him, a Trigaran. He's chaotic good, I could see that. Wait, but what are these? Diplomat fired his entire personal bodyguard. He's now looking for new fighters to protect him from the dangers of a business trip. Legends or clerics say that the first flame leviathan ever bestowed upon mankind still burns in a temple in the highlands. Sky Plains. Eastern part of the Republic is full of impressive plains and prairies. It's connected to the western half by the Silver Pass reaching across the southeast to the big harbor city of Zoford. The inner parts of the plains have only a few small villages and travelers' outposts compared to the edge, which is full of petite towns and coastal cities. The plains have many fascinating fauna to speak of. Some animals are trained by locals, and some bigger ones are even used as mounts. Many people living in the prairie are mercenaries by trade. They offer armed escorts through the plains, assistance for inexperienced adventurers, and they have open partnerships with several adventuring guilds. Rumor has it, Some mercenaries are even bounty hunters. Bard can dish it but can't take it. Yeah, that tracks. It tracks, and I also relate to it so hard. Fascinating fauna. Hello there, traveler. When can I get you? Oh, you're missing fingers. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have pointed. That was rather rude of me, huh? Usually it's my role to ask that, but given the circumstances, I'll humor you. Well, this is my tavern. It has come a long way. Love the color of the walls. Your new coat? Been a good few years since my last renovation. But yes, I thought it was time to accept some change into my life. Thought so. What is life if not the constant changing of the self? How I missed your endless wisdom, Quincy. I can only imagine, innkeeper. You look like you might be in need of a refreshment. About a drink? Yeah, long journey. Surprise me with something as charismatic as your little establishment. Here you go. Liquid charisma, my specialty. Hmm, this tastes magical. Seems like you've improved a great deal since last time. Practice makes perfect after all. Indeed. So, what brings you to this corner of the world? Ah, I'm looking for the feathers of a peculiar little bird. They're said to only reside in this neighborhood, or continent rather. What bird? Golden loon. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but the golden loon? They're quite beautiful to behold. If I were you, I'd look for them near a big lake. That's where they usually hang out. But only in Fizoa. Hence why I came all this way. Oh, plumage of gold, glistening in lights of day. Travelers bold. That would be a very poetic way to greet them. Tell that to the stupid Song of Vigor Guild. They didn't like it? Nah. They don't like anything that isn't mainstream. Like subtext. But isn't that what lyrical works are all about? Pouring your heart and soul into something for others to take in? And only if you push away the layers and read between the lines will you find the true meaning. Exactly my thinking. It's just that now, I'm afraid that they laugh at me. Or remember me as a bard without a heart. Because they don't understand. No, there's nothing wrong with being afraid. Fear can sometimes keep us safe from danger. But something to keep in mind is that fear does not stop death. It stops life. Those are deep words. Okay, alright, Quincy. I like nachos same. I would also chomp on some nachos. Do you enjoy your art? Yeah, and I want others to enjoy it too. I, for one, greatly enjoyed your Golden Loon haiku. A bit dramatic for my taste, that's mean. Me too, boy. Oh, innkeeper, thank you. Why are you making that face, Quincy? Didn't base your value on whether people like what you create or not. There'll always be those who don't get it, and those who find themselves in it. Do it for the people who appreciate your art, but most importantly, do it for yourself. That's one way to look at it. You know, I imagine all this so differently. Way easier for sure. Moving from Tregarin, the smallest of towns, to a big city. I've always dreamt of joining the SOV guild. And then they promptly rejected me. But I'm Voyage, and I don't give up because of things like that. I don't need a guild to get out there and share my music. All I need is me and my Hegum. Hegum? Is that the Korean version? Ah, it's kind of like the Erhu. Interesting, interesting. That's right. I've seen many people spend too much time giving attention to those who will never understand them. My 2 cents, live for what you believe in and allow others to make their own decisions. That's what I'm doing. Good. But, unfortunately, I have to leave now. Gotta find those loons before it gets dark. It was nice having you around, Quincy. Until next time, and don't forget, take care of yourself, innkeeper. Be safe out there, Voyage. You too. Nice guy. Yeah, he's an old friend. Didn't know you do friends. I'm keeping my mouth shut. Perhaps we could be friends too, innkeeper? Not yet. Oh. Maybe one day. Oh, it's the grandma. Welcome back. Oh, I literally don't remember what I did with her. Click and keep your strongest drink. This is an emergency. What happened? Oh, Baba! Oh, Baya. Sorry, not Baba. Absolutely urgent. Relationships are on the line. Not lives. Listen, Innkeep. I'll tell you the story, don't worry. But you gotta be a little patient because Baya really needs a drink first. Yes. Please. What do you need? Same as last time? Oh, that one was really delicious. I'd love to taste it again, please. Got it. I'll get you something that'll make you feel as agile as a spider again. I'm making another swift strike, aren't I? I spoke too soon. Something that has 3 swift, but like not a swift strike. It's only with swift strike, huh? Yeah. Alright. 1. 1. 1. And honk in swift. There you go. My strongest drink to the rescue. Thank you. This is... Look at that little... Oh, good. Oh, thank the dragons. That pause made me so nervous. I really thought she would mess it up. Thanks for having so much faith in me, Una. You're welcome. But, Baya, are you feeling any better now? Yes, at least a little bit. That's good to hear. Please, fill me in on the situation now. I've never seen you this upset, Baya. And you have to endure the Bloomtide Festival every year. Yeah, right. So I have this group of friends. They're girlfriends. We three have been inseparable for at least a few centuries. But now... Oh... Very insensitive to ask an emotionally vulnerable and sweet girl what's troubling her innkeeper. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. It's okay. How about I tell her what's going on, Baya? So you don't have to strain yourself. Thank you. Okay, so... Sweet Baya over here has had a long-lasting group of friends, right? Right? They're a trio, inseparable for at least a few hundred years. And they're an adorable trio, might I add. The Swamp Monster, the Banshee, and the Mary Morgan. Yes, the Mary Morgan. The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men. I've heard she doesn't really differentiate between genders, though. Yep, that's right. Anyways, the Mary Morgan and the Banshee are a couple. So I figured. Have been for a while. I recall them coming by once or twice. But right now, how should I put it? They're in a domestic dispute. For some reason, the two have completely stopped talking to each other. They even refuse to show up to Baya's monthly tea parties, insisting they'll only come if the other isn't invited. Why? I don't know. It's like they don't like each other anymore. And soon they won't like me anymore either. Does smell like a breakup. Let's not catastrophize. I don't want my friend group to fall apart. People have always loved me. 'Cause I scare them. But I don't want them to leave me too. Our baby Baya. The Mary Morgan is not a common mythological pole, I dig it. I like that they have like a wide range of like different creatures. Like, and not just like the usual, like, you know, like the vampire, the elf. Like they have air echoes, which is really cool. He's human. The Maida is also really cool. Changeling is kind of common. Half elf is kind of common. The skeleton one is generally common, but like I like the idea that he is a Mida, but resurrected. And then I love bog creature. Bog creature is, oh, I love her. Now, I'm sure they won't say something in Keeper. Don't worry, bud. Don't worry, Baya. I love the bog creatures. Right? So cute. Like, I love how the lily pad is like a hat. That's so adorable. They've been together for so long. They must have already solved numerous arguments. Look at through this one too. He's right. They've been through worse. But what if she's wrong? What if they do break up? What if they really leave me? I just wish there was something I could do to help them. If I might just add my 2 cents real quick. Hi, I'm Boy. That's short for Voyage. You might have heard of me before. I'm pretty famous. I was like, she's just gonna say no. 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 Doesn't ring any bells. Sorry. Anyway. So, Baya, that's your name, right? What's keeping you from getting to know other people? Like, you seem really chill. Well, usually everyone's afraid of me. But the innkeeper has always been nice to me. I trust them. And I've known Una for a while now. Didn't she pick endangered flowers from your backyard last time you met? Yes. The bouquet was really cute. I know, right? You meet a lot of people when you travel across the lands looking for potential clients and work. And honestly, I've seen stranger creatures than her in my years as an adventurer. Aya's also really cute under all that moss and kelp. Oh, shush. I mean, you might look a little terrifying, that's true. But maybe you just have to figure out how to get through to people. I'm sure they'd want to be your friends. I don't know about that. Of course, I'll be safe. I was something to take care of. Okay, good. Ray, hello. I hope you're having a good week so far. Ririn is so peak. I'm finna start crying. Oh, I hear a lot of good things about Ririn. What's your favorite thing about it so far? Usually they try to burn me. Luckily, I don't scar easily. Oh, what a nice metaphor. Might have to use that in a new song if you don't mind. People hurting you over and over again just because they're afraid. Exes leaving you, but you always manage to get over them. It's not a metaphor. Once every few moons, people surround me with torches and pitchforks. Oh, uh, well, that's unfortunate. You don't say, kid. But honestly, I know how you feel. Sometimes facing people is terrifying when you feel so different. But there's always something to love about everyone, like my handsome smile or enchanting voice. Maybe people would enjoy my spa. You run a spa? That's fantastic. Yes, you should come visit sometime. Boy, that's short for Voyage. Um, just boy is fine. Do you want to come to? No? I'd love to, yes. Nothing more soothing for old bones than a nice swamp bath. Do you get a lot of customers? No. None. Maybe I can change that. Let me advertise your spa at my next performance. I would love that. You. No worries, Baya. But let's get back to your girlfriends. Innkeep. Don't you know someone that could help them out? The situation is kind of tricky. They might need a mediator. I can absolutely hang up a quest for you if you want. That would be great. Thank you. Of course, making my patrons happy is part of my job. Now who's a sweet talker, huh? But now I have to wait, right? Yes, unfortunately. How about you show us around your spa in the meantime? It would be my pleasure. And once we're back, there'll be a solution for your two friends. Thank you for collecting your talisman, flying. No pressure. There's a millennium-long relationship on the line. Remember that. Absolutely no pressure. I'll see what I can do. You then, Innkeep. Yeah, see ya. Oh, I can't wait to feel how smooth my skin is after a mud mask. Think I can take my crochet hook with me? Oh. Okay, this is the Leviathan. This is Carolyn's grandmom. Mary and Morgan and Banshee are a loving couple most of the time, but their current fight has their best friend Baya very worried. This is also a Mary Morgan. This is a Banshee. Okay, maybe it's these three. Yeah. The Lagoon of Tranquility, the Mary Morgan, known for her passion for drowning trespassers, and the Banshee, singer of bone-shattering songs in the lonesome lagoon, are two terrifying creatures. In love. But because of a mysterious dispute, their relationship is on the line, and their best friend, the swamp witch Baya, would do anything to keep her friend group from shattering. Couples counselor sorely needed. Who's gonna be the couples counselor in this one? Capital is wrapped in roots, an unusual amount of the undead. Diplomat fired his entire personal guard. Now looking for new fighters to protect him from the dangers of a business trip. A stranger has come to town. He likes plum crepes and spooky armor. Precious spinal rhinos. He was in Asteria, right? Oh, oh. Asteria seems to be very unsafe at the moment, at least if you're cattle. A few animals have not returned home in a while. Is that it? Yay. Fatal Company. Political tension ensued when the canal bridge connecting Asteria to the mainland collapsed, especially because spinal rhinos can't exactly be held responsible. The ambassador tasked with solving this mess is a young noble, and his worried best friend insists he is still in dire need of a new personal guard, especially since roads are unsafe for travelers lately. If those travelers are cattle, anyway. Well, I wonder who's going to take those quests. I think I have time for one more day. It takes 2 or 3. I wonder how many acts are. My guess would be a 4 acts. Oh, the Saw's best detective duo has returned. Welcome back, Millie and Malik John. I'm calling him Aura now. As he's giving you migraines. No, because of his gloomy aura, of course. Well then, Millie, Aura, it's good to have you two back in town. I assume you're able to solve the mystery surrounding the missing familiars? Yes. With the help of my trusty assistant, I was able to figure it out. That's remarkable, I have to say. Good thing you went with her, Aura. It was a dangerous mission. Did you encounter a T-Rex? Of course not, but we were nearly burned alive. That's not what I would have expected. You must always expect life to double-cross you. I'm glad you both made it back in one piece. But I'm curious, what was the reason behind those vanishing familiars? Do I need to worry about Andu disappearing too? How about we tell you what happened in Zolford, but only in exchange for 2 free drinks? I can see you've learned a thing or two on your first big mission. Laura taught me how to be more cunning. Only the basics. No need to be so humble, you taught her well. What kind of drink would you like today, Millie? I want something that'll polish my investigative and deductive skills. A drink that'll make me even smarter than I am now, so no mysterious case like this one will ever be unsolvable for me. Coming right up. I think there's a couple with 3 brains. There's this one, the Peak Sunrise. Hipster climb their favorite mountain range. There's also this one, Sparkling Nebula. I think this one might fit the situation a little bit more. It's 2 of these and then heckin' ton of this. Let's see if this will make your brain cells multiply. Thank you. Let me try. Oh, this is good. I can already feel it. I'm going to be completely unstoppable. Oh no. Oh yes. Initially, I wanted to sit this one out, but I might actually need a drink now. It would be my pleasure if it means that I get to hear your story. Also, I am longing for another one of your little secrets. Right, we made a deal. Correct, correct. So what will it be today? Maybe something that'll help me counter her verbal attacks. Now that she's linguistically invincible. So, the usual. Alright, give me a second. I'll be right back. He most of the time mostly wants a spoken heart, right? Yeah. I love that our mans wants to drink with the most fun, silly straw. This should make things easier for you. Oh. I can see it in his face. Is it that bad? Huh? Not silly, he likes it. You can clearly see it in the way his scarf is moving. I see. My detective skills aren't that bad after all. You think you could teach me a thing or two sometime? Of course. Then we'll be a trio. The detective, her trusty assistant, and the curious apprentice. I like the sound of that. It's been a while since I've been an apprentice. I don't remember being asked if I wanted to be a part of this. But I couldn't have completed the quest without you. Also, being a detective's trusty assistant is an honorable duty. And I'm glad you came with me. Of course. Couldn't let you walk headfirst into the open maw of a hungry T-Rex. Did you actually encounter a T-Rex in Salford? No, don't be silly. For a moment, I thought you just shared one of your many secrets with me. Right. I guess I owe you one of those now. My hair isn't actually all black. You dye your hair? I know, that's not a secret. I can clearly see the white streak. Anyways. But no, please. I'm dying to know what happened in Zolford. Oh. Thanks to the golden feathers, we made it to Zolford in the blink of an eye. I don't think I've ever felt that fast in my life. It was like he had the zoomies. They helped us remain unseen, too. To your drink, we were able to sneak around the city without attracting too much attention. Thanks to your drink, we were able to sneak around the city without attracting too much attention. But those ghosts were the clue we needed. I knew we'd find something at the docks, so we made our way there. He was right. In the dead of night, just hours after we had left your tavern, we spotted a peculiar dog roaming near the water. He watched as it tried to sneak onto a cargo ship. It behaved weird, undog-like. It hid behind some barrels and kept looking left and right before it started to sneak on board. I'd never seen a dog do that before. It looked like it didn't know how to be a dog. It didn't use its nose, its ears. That was just off. We watched as one of the workers noticed a dog and scared it away. But my investigative senses were tingling. So we started asking around, as detectives do when they want to collect some evidence. A few people said they also seen some animals with odd behaviors. Most of them thought they had some kind of illness, like rabies. Or that they were spirits disguised in animal forms, sent by the sea witch. So they stayed away and minded their own business. Not very high-class detective of them, but they made for fine witnesses. Apparently, there's something like a weekly get-together for all the town's familiars. We decided to check it out. And? We managed to track down a few of the participating familiars to get more insight. It was a little tricky, since none of them wanted to talk to us at first. I think they're a bit wary of strangers. Also seems to be difficult for familiars to speak to people they don't know. It must have something to do with their magical abilities. But with their combined charm and charisma, Aura and I were finally able to gain the trust of one of them. And they told us something strange. They said all those familiars that went missing seemed to have been in contact with one particular magician. So of course we had to pay that wizard a visit. Preferably when he wasn't at home. I think that's called burglary. Finding out his address was child's play. Apparently he's quite popular among the people of Zolford. I just took over a little bit of well-executed bribery to find the mage's home. Did you take some notes? I did. Prepare yourself to be my next test subject, innkeeper. I'm excited to see how much you learn, Noe. You'll be surprised. Flabbergasted. Gobsmacked. Very well. Your drink really did wonders. We managed to break in without anyone noticing. It was so exciting. We snuck around looking for evidence. Maybe a hidden ritualistic chamber or something like that. Did you find one? Sadly, no. But we found his office with the door open. Inside were a lot of books about different kinds of animals and familiars. We figured he just loves animals, or at least needed that knowledge for something else. Any world-class detective would. I also checked his trash can. And did you find anything? Well, nothing that helped to solve the case. But I did find something that you like between all that shredded paper. It looked like a recipe for a magical drink, just like the ones you serve. Ta-da! That's very useful. That's what I thought. Anyways, Aura and I continued our search for clues. His office also had books about common and uncommon diseases in animals, so we kinda had connection to the reported cases of rabies. I thought it was a bit of a stretch, not that I could change her mind. That wasn't all we found. Next to his desk, in a small cupboard, were his diaries. They were full of notes and spells that I didn't understand. Something about transmutational magic. While she studied his diaries, I rummaged through his belongings and scrolls. I had absolutely no clue what any of it meant until I found something of interest. Detailed instructions on how to unbind a familiar from their services. A thought began to manifest in my brain, though I couldn't quite grasp it yet. But somehow, my instincts told me I had all the information I needed. I just had to stitch everything together. Kind of like what I do when I assemble quests for my patrons. Exactly. But right when I tried getting to it, we heard the front door squeak and creak as someone entered the house. We tried to hide, of course, but we hadn't been quick enough with our investigation. And definitely not subtle either. The whole place looked super chaotic. The wizard immediately knew something was off. And a potentially dangerous person on high alert is even more dangerous. So he had to be on guard. I hid under the table, but I had other plans. I managed to jump on a bookshelf and wedge myself right on top under the ceiling. So I was hidden but could still see the whole room. Good call. I watched as the magician barged in, but he wasn't alone. He was accompanied by a lizard, a colorful bird, and a two-headed sheep. Oh no, not one of those again. Huh? It's nothing. Please continue. That's so weird. The bird didn't know how to fly, the lizard walked on two legs, and the sheep's two heads always looked in the same direction. As if they all didn't know how to be real animals. Just like the dog from the docks. But now we had proof. The weird animals were definitely connected to the weird wizard. And as if the wizard noticed something, he stopped and said to the animals, "No, you three, get out of here. I don't want you to get in trouble or hurt." I already had my fingers wrapped around the handle of my knife, ready to strike. I'm sure he felt my murderous intent. That doesn't sound like he cared about those animals. That's what I thought too. As soon as I had left the room, I saw him create a ball of flames in his hand. He was ready to strike. And I knew I had to do something. He would have done horrible things to Aura. So I meowed. Like a cat? Uh-huh. I pretended to be a cat. And somehow it worked even though I was wearing clothes. The wizard turned around and saw me on top of the bookshelf. His features turned from worried to soft in a millisecond, and he said, "Oh, well, little rascal, how did you get in here? Did I lock you in? You must be terribly scared." And I was scared, but not for the reason he thought. I just meowed a second time, as you do when you're pretending to be a cat. And then he said very politely, "Would you please come down here? This room isn't a place for little cats, but I can offer you a cup of milk instead." And that was a very tempting offer, so, as any cat would, I answered, "No, but I would love some chocolate milk." Little grin. I kinda forgot that cats don't usually speak. Needless to say, his face was priceless. But then his hand started to light up again. I immediately knew she was in danger, so I broke every possible rule the Thieves Guild taught me and just hopped up from underneath the table. Well, that was very brave of you. Don't know if I'd have been so fearless. Well, I had to. The wizard turned around. He was surprised, maybe even scared, but he was also ready to fire at me. I already saw my life flashing before my eyes. And before I could even think about it, I yelled, "We know you don't mean any harm. You're just trying to protect those familiars, right?" Apparently, I hit a nerve. He stopped right in his tracks. I took advantage of that moment and tried to explain why we were in his home in the first place. I told him everything about the quests, the familiars, the weird dog. Usually, I'm not very good with words, but, well, your drink definitely did what it was supposed to. I don't know how, but I think we managed to de-escalate the situation. He looked panicked before that, as if he was being chased. Maybe he actually expected people to come after him. Hearing all of the clues out of Aura's mouth kind of flipped a switch in my brain. And I could see the truth right in front of me. Suddenly, everything made so much sense. I jumped down from the shelf and began my conclusion. It is clear to me that you, the accused, do not have ill intentions. However, that does not make you innocent. You're still involved in the disappearance of some familiars. She was walking back and forth while she gave her speech. Needless to say, the wizard and I were equally confused. You're fond of animals, and as such, also familiars. Now, I don't know anything about magic. I have heard the term transmutational before. Who hasn't? Honestly, it's a broadly used term. That right there was a blatant lie. So I, the world's greatest detective, have concluded. You are turning familiars into animals. Or at least you're making them look like animals. Also, we're accompanied by some of those turned familiars, and you cared for their safety. That means they're here of their own free will. Oh, by turning them into animals, you did them a favor. They wanted to be transmuted. But now their patrons and other familiars can't reach them anymore. They're worried that something bad happened to them, and that's why we're here. He's close. That's pretty impressive. And you figured that out all by yourself? Yep. The magician was also really impressed. I totally hit the nail on the head. I explain again that we're just there to investigate. But that it was also necessary for the familiars and their friends and families to talk to each other. The remaining familiars wanted an explanation, as well as their former mages. The wizard already felt guilty for doing something behind their backs, of course. Turns out the familiars were unhappy in their dragon-like bodies and much preferred feeling like real animals. But they were afraid of telling their patrons and familiar friends, so none of their remaining acquaintances knew what had happened. Of course, they expected the worst. Why else would your friends just leave you alone and disappear without a trace? Yeah. But obviously none of them wanted to continue on like that, so we helped set up a meeting for them to talk it out. And they did. All the magicians are very understanding, if a little sad to lose their connections. The other familiars also welcomed them with open arms, even though they were a little confused at first. They needed a while to better understand why their friends wanted to be animals. But I think they got it eventually. So, all in all, it sounds like a very successful quest. Absolutely. Oh, I'm glad you got to uncover the truth. Me too. The magician even decided to give us something in return for helping him. Neither of us have any use for it, so we wanted you to have it. Don't say that. That makes it sound like it's a bad gift, and it's not. What is it then? It's a ring of beast storing with a lost familiar inside of it. He found it a long while ago, but its patron never showed up. We named it Renu. Melina can't take care of it, and I have my sheepfish Rufus. But you have Ondu, so you already know how to take care of a mini dragon. Oh, I absolutely do. I mean, you might enjoy some company. So, thank you two very much. Oh, that's an achievement. I need to get back to Rufus now. He gets lonely without me sometimes. Oh, is it that you get lonely without him? He's my pet. I need to take care of him. Don't worry, I'm sure Fable did a good job. Oh, it's nice to see how much you care for your pet. It's been my only friend since my parents died a long time ago. Oh. Were they also eaten by zombies? No. Or burned alive. Oh. Oh no. I remember it as if it were yesterday. It was late afternoon, and my parents wanted to visit the adjacent village to buy some grain. But they never returned. I wanted to look for them. Then I got to the village. Every house, every barn, and even the ground was ablaze. I heard yelling, people screaming in pain, pleading for help. And my parents were nowhere to be found. Few of the survivors confirmed they had seen them earlier that day. Before the fire. I later found out the perpetrator was a pretentious son of a noble family. He had a disagreement with a farmer over some payments and instead paid a bunch of criminals to set fire to his barn. But the fire spread uncontrollably and devoured everything in its path, including innocent lives. Just like it did today. That's awful. Sorry, Aura. It's alright. I bottled all my emotions up and combined them into desire. For a family? For revenge. Oh. But that sounds like a lonely desire, though. And you haven't found any friends since then? No. The only people in the Thieves Guilds helped me survive, but they weren't particularly keen on friendship. So I just chose the lonely path that was meant for me. That's not very nice of them. But now you have me. And we're best friends now. Accomplices. And we can find our own guild. Like a detectives guild. Oh. Give us a few more quests and we'll be the most famous detectives in all of Hazoa. Sure of that. But what And a good mythical morning to you, Innkeeper. This time it's actually still morning. But that doesn't mean it's also it is an awesome morning somewhere else in the world as well. Of course not.
That's a really cute hat you're wearing.
Thanks.
Can I try it on sometime?
Only if you tell me your name.
Fellow Master of Bribery, I see. But there's nothing more you could possibly teach me. A world-class detective like me doesn't need extra lessons in bribery.
Oh, so you're a detective.
Yes. The best detective in all of Azoa, I might add. I'm Alina, by the way, but you can call me Melly. Happy to meet your acquaintance, Melly. I am Hexagon Hex, but you can call me Hex.
Like, by your last name?
No, Hex, as in short for Hexagon, obviously. Ah. And who's that grim-looking fella right next to you? Oh, him? They look grouchy, but they're my world-class assistant.
Not by choice.
His name is Aura. I'm sure it is, yes. Nice to meet you, Aura. But I think you've gotten enough information out of me. Can I try on your hat now?
That's a tricky one. You see, this little star pendant at the tip of my hat?
Uh-huh.
It classifies me as a wizard of the primordial sea. Silver one, I might add. One of Leviathan's most trusted confidants.
Oh.
And all of his knowledge is directly transmitted to anyone with a hat like mine. In particular, silver stars like me have access to information that, leaked to the masses, would break the order of this world.
Oh, wow.
But every silver star has to go through extensive mental training. Such amounts of knowledge would drive any mortal without proper training insane.
No.
So, I can't let you try on my hat without endangering your life. And I couldn't forgive myself if I were the reason Fazoa's best detective went mad.
That is very honorable of you. But I, the great detective Melina, have concluded that you, Hexagon Hex, are nothing but a bad liar.
You're a great detective indeed. I honestly thought you were pretty convincing, Hex.
Thank you. Wait, did you actually believe him?
I mean, I kind of considered it for a moment.
No way.
But I decided for myself that his words were fairly implausible. I just happen to know a thing or two about the primordial sea. I've read a few books, heard some rumors, you know how it is. And I really doubt Leviathan would share his precious knowledge with a mere mortal. Nothing against you, Hex.
Thanks, the dragons. For a second, I really lost my faith in you there, innkeeper. I gotta say, you're really convincing.
I sure am.
Looks like even a great detective like me never stops learning. Honestly, you could've just told me no, though. I would have revealed my name even without a promising magic hat on the line.
But it's more fun this way.
I think honesty is also a very important skill to master.
Whatever you say, detective. But Hex, what brings you here today?
Ah,
Nothing really. I was just longing for another one of your drinks. You know, the kind that would flood my head with new ideas. Leave it to me. The silent owl looks so cool. Okay, you want big brain, right? Actually, no, I think this one's better for you. know. This should do the trick. Let's see. Oh, I can already feel it. All the ideas, they're manifesting in my brain. Honestly, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I guess we'll have to find out. Oh, can you maybe show me a magic trick? Just to test your abilities, I mean. Well, yes, of course I can. I'm glad you asked. You know, I'm a master of fire. Oh. Out of all the elements. Oh, then... Can you also do fireballs? I wouldn't call fireball a mere magic trick, more like a fully fledged spell. But I can create 10 tiny flames on top of my fingertips. Like cute little candles. I want to see that. I would maybe advise you two to play with fire outside. A lot of my ingredients are very flammable. You'll miss a real big show then. I think I'll somehow manage to survive. Your loss. Aura, are you coming as well? I'm good. Alright, Lone Wolf, you're missing out though. Certainly.
See you later.
Fun. I knew it'd be Lin to take that quest. Innkeep. Lin. This quest up for taken? There is. Why else would it be hanging on the quest board? Who asked you, thief? Are you going all by yourself? Of course, I don't do groups. But it could be quite dangerous. The area seems to be a hot spot for danger at the moment. Do you want to come with me or what? If so, spit it out, kid. No. Fine. There's nothing this great sword can't cleave through by itself. Won't need much help. Cool. They always like that innkeep. Depends on who's in the room. Tell me I'm wrong. I see how it is. You do. Yes, of course I do. You're like a dragon. You barely know me, so it's obvious that you're reserved, as to not expose any weak spots. But sometimes you gotta find the fine line between being reserved and being a tad bit... edgy? That. You stop psychoanalyzing me. Yes.
Oh.
Great. Not like you're right with any of your assumptions. You could always enlighten us. Pass, but I wouldn't mind another drink. Same as always? Yes. Something... you know... something aura for my aura. Gotcha. It's on the house this time. How to fix your aura. Thanks. That's good. Enough. Splendid. Alright, moving on. What about you, Lin? I'd like to know more about the chasm escape. That's the path to Asteria. I mean, I haven't been there yet. Me neither, actually. Really? You think I never leave this tavern? Do you have any special insights that might be useful? Not much about the situation in Asteria itself, but bits and bobs I picked up over the last days. Enlighten me. As you might have read, travel to Asteria has become a bit of a hazard. Collapsing bridges, disappearing animals, nervous diplomats. Sounds like a haven for bandits. Among other things. Either way, I'll get that blue blood to Asteria. Of course. How about a drink to aid with the undertaking? I thought you'd never ask. Any wishes? I mean, this could go either way. Depends on what truly is going down in Asteria. Timing might be important, being swift and smart about it. Evasion, that's what you call it. I might have a good infusion for that. The feather of a golden loon. A what? Oh, a rare waterfowl. Legend has it the windstone resides in its feathers, which is why they lend you its speed. Intriguing. Suppose it'd be great for evasion if you added something for the brains to it. Though, I'll be dealing with a diplomat, so a little additional charisma to get me on his good side wouldn't hurt either. Well, I'm the extrovert with all the introvert. But quite honestly, all of my friends literally just adopted by extroverts. They just picked me out of the trash can out of the introvert trash can. Definitely doable. Alternatively, to be prepped for every possible situation, something to up my defenses wouldn't be too bad. How do you feel about traveling under the blessing of the dragons? I'm all ears. Well, with a little citrine, your weapon strikes will be blessed. Great against any bandits or bridges. That sounds like something my Baba would have chosen. Not that she would have needed it. If the situation really is that dangerous, something that would give me more protection would fit. It comes with enough strength to strike back, that is. But being able to evade the threat by being smart and fast about it might be better. You know what, Innkeep? I'll leave the choice to you. You should know what you're doing. Let me think about it. Let's see. Wits, wind, and some kind words guide your way. Let's. Where are you headed? Asteria. Some diplomat clown is in need of aid. Needs some escorting of some sorts. Aye, Innkeep. Is this the escort quest you have been offering? Yep. Boggin crap, I've been meaning to take that one to earn a little bit of coin on the side. Well, I've already committed to it. And what if I tell you that I want the quest? Well, you ain't getting it. Simple. Could you stop me? You want me to try? I'd love you to. Come on now, just go together. Who asked ya? Exactly. Your conversation is giving me a headache. The solution is as easy as it is efficient. Go together. One takes on the big bads, the other the small ones. Either way, you're better prepared for a fight. If it comes to it. Listen, I'm here to buy some materials for an important project. Material costs exploded ever since the stars fell. I wouldn't mind a side gig. You look sturdy, like you could take a few blows. So, sure. Let's do it. Let's meet tonight at the crossroad to Themis. We'll leave from there. Great. I'll head to my room to start packing. And to take a nap. Those are effective after all, huh? Oh, shush. You're a brooding fella, aren't you? This is just who I am. I've met fellas like you before. You're the same. Often you've got the truest hearts of gold. Can we skip the sincerity? My headache is bad enough. Oi, innkeep. Rhea? Hal keeps talking about fireworks. He's still oblivious about what actually happened. Luck's with the fools, they say. For many it'd be easier if it had just been fireworks. He keeps blabbering about that letter. Oh, wait, I didn't even notice. Oh my god. Oh? Have you opened it yet? No. Read in what might be inside. Just don't care that much. At least come up with a better lie. Or you could just stop asking. Asking about what? Nothing. Of course not. I didn't mean to pry or anything, even though I'm very curious by nature. Good for you. I would agree. That and Wonderlust is the reason why I decided to come here. To the tavern, to Zenith, to adventure. Woohoo. Thank you. I've come to inquire whether someone has already embarked on the quest to escort my dear friend Asteria. Very much so. He's sitting right here. Where? Oh, how rude of me. Of course. Hello, brave adventurer. Rhea's enough. Hello, brave Rhea. You are the one who's going to escort my dear friend? Along with Lin. That one. Oh, Carolyn, phenomenal. I'm beyond thrilled to learn that my dear friend is going to be in such capable hands. Though, I've been wondering. Come on, spit it out. Could I perhaps join? It's totally alright if not, but this diplomat is very dear to me, and it feels like my duty to aid him. Can you even fight? Well, I can talk. Very well, in fact. I can fight with my words. The wolf hated. So sure thing, come along, lad. I'll show you some tricks. We leave at midnight. Really? How exciting. Come on, let's go. Oh, how the turntables. Me going on a very dangerous and important quest instead of merely reading about it. You're on the right path for your hero's journey. Indeed. All the stories I'll have to tell when I return, innkeeper. Can't wait. Farewell. See you soon. Goodbye. See you soon. Hope their quest goes well and they don't run into anything unexpected. What's on your mind? Are there any open quests left? There is one, but it involves social conflict resolution. Or whatever. I'm taking this. A bit too soon to go on another quest? You just got back. at least have a long rest, replenish some resources. But no, but who cares? I do. Don't. It's too late for that, I'm afraid. I already paid you with a story today, so get me one of those quest drinks. Something with a little more violence. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that.
Oh. Hiya, Innkeeper. Hiya, Fable. Hiya, Mal.
Never mind.
Would you like a drink? Actually, I'm here for a quest. Archie told me there's still one left, and I wanted to ask if I could take it.
Good question, Fable. Oh, this is awkward. I see it's on me to answer it. Aura is thinking about taking the quest.
Who's Aura?
John Malachite. That guy.
Oh, nice name.
Thank you.
But if you're already taking it, I guess I'm too late. I hope you have fun.
Why don't you two go together?
Together? Is that allowed?
Of course, teamwork is the adventuring world's bread and butter. Most heroic deeds are not done alone.
Life would be very lonely that way.
Would be, yes. So you should go on this quest together. Combine your individual strengths to solve any problems better than you ever could alone. And you will get to know each other better in the process. It's a win-win.
Aura, what do you think? Would you be okay with that?
I guess, would you?
I think so. It sounds fun.
Cool. Let's settle then. You'll go together.
If I can ask, what exactly is the quest about? Archie only mentioned there was one.
It's simple. Baya's worried because the Banshee of the Lonesome Lagoon and the Mary Morgan of the Ashen Grove aren't speaking to each other. She fears the end of their relationship would also mean the end of her friendship with them. You can hear the snoring of the little dude in the back. I was like, what's that sound? The floof is surprisingly strong and sturdy, easy to trip. Sorry, that's my bad. I always forget how big these tails are. Floof trap. At least if you guys trip and fall on them, it's a soft landing pad. Baya is friends with the Mary Morgan? Best friends. So we need to talk to the Mary Morgan and the Banshee. What an opportunity. I've always wanted to come face to face with the embodiment of sorrow. Don't you think that's scary? No. You know what's scary? Failing relationships. Social fights are the most dangerous kind. I find them less scary than wrathful spirits. Well, seems like together your feels will cancel each other out. I don't know enough about math to dispute that. Ah, speaking of math-ish, how do you two want to approach this? That's not an easy task, so we must be smart about it. Do you still have any of those Fey crystals? The one that makes you fade into the shadows entirely? Sure do. Good. I suggest you mix those with the hefty service of intelligence. Then we can turn invisible and come up with a clever ruse to make them fall for each other again without them ever knowing it was us. You just want to avoid social interaction. Maybe. Gosh, what a mood, honestly. Aura is a whole mood and a half. Or maybe I just remembered how well being invisible served me last time. Fair enough. I don't know. I feel like they should talk about their feelings. What if their feelings are that they never want to talk to each other ever again? Then they should talk about that too. That's not the point of the quest. I think it is. We should face the problem head on instead of trying to find a way to avoid it. I think I could do with another round of charisma for this one. And maybe Innkeeper, Clay mentioned you have Thunder Sage. That would help us inspire other people, right? Correct. I mean, I'll admit it works a little differently for everyone, but I have no doubt you'll figure it out. Oh, speaking of Clay, he wanted me to tell you that he and Tia will make it back in time for the barbecue. Really? That's amazing. Aura, you should come too. We're having a barbecue at the werewolf settlement on the 31st. It'll be great fun. I think. I don't think so. Oh, alright. I have to get back to Rufus at some point. He'll need his wool cut. Oh, speaking of Rufus, if you're here, Fable, where's the sheepfish? Melina picked him up. She said she'd bring him home so she has to spend less time alone. Great. Was that wrong? I told her exactly what kind of food to give him in case he gets hungry while they wait for you. No, it's fine. He likes her. They're a good match. Anyway, we should hurry so you don't miss your barbecue. Oh, you're right. Innkeeper, can you help us pick the right approach? Either invisible and intelligent, or charismatic and inspiring. I trust your expertise. Yeah, let me think about it. I'm more inclined to go... I'm more inclined to go Fable's way, to be honest. So it's inspiration or invisibility. The Thunder Sage, which is... Oh my god, this one? No. What's Thunder? Is this Thunder Sage? Are you Thunder Sage? Oh, hold on. Thunder... Okay, Thunder Sage is this one. And... Big Brain... So we have Silent Owl for Big Brain. We also have Peak Sunrise. Maybe this one, because this one also gives them agility. That's not the right drink. It has to be a recipe that fits. Oh, my bad. I mixed it up. Oh, that's funny. It won't even let me serve a drink wrong. Okay, so 3 crowns. So there's this one. Sunny Breeze. Oh, Sunny Breeze seems like the one. Your persuasive abilities. Oh. What's this one? Melt your tensions, blow away your stresses. Actually, no, yeah, I think maybe Spoken Heart might be it. I think a direct approach is the better choice. After all, honest communication is important, right? Would you say so? I think honesty is the best approach to any situation, including this one. Agreed. I think the only question left is, where should we start? Ashen Grove is closer. You already know where to find the Mary Morgan. You do? Yes, I've encountered her before. So she'll remember you. Oh, he's blowing bubbles. I hope not. Last time she tried to drown me. Oh, I see. That was pretty embarrassing. I know the way to the Banshee too. Might be smarter to start with one farther away, work backwards and all. That makes sense. Let's do that. Good. But we should prepare first. The journey to Boreas won't be easy. Alright, we should leave tomorrow morning. We should. Wonderful. Glad to know that you'll actually rest between quests, Sora. If I must. You went on a quest with Melly, right? How was it? Fine. Reminded me of my parents. Are they well? They're dead. Burned to death. I'm sorry. That's horrible. That's life. It shouldn't be. How old were you when you lost them? 7. Oh, wow. That must have been really scary. It was fine. It doesn't sound fine. When I was 7, I ran into a vine-spiked boar while searching for friendly rocks. It chased me through the forest for almost an entire hour. First, I thought I was going to die, then I was sure I was never going to step foot outside again. But when they found me crying, my family hugged me so tightly they dried up all of my tears. And when I sat in my room frozen in fear, we danced and played board games until I forgot I was even scared. I can't imagine not having that. I can. It was... Please don't say it was fine. Scary. Really scary. I waited at home by myself for 2 whole days. I thought the shadows were going to eat me at some point. And when I was finally brave enough to leave, it was too late. You know it wasn't your fault, right? I know I never want to feel that scared again. But it's fine, because I fixed it. Fixed it? How? By taking revenge on the... who caused their death. Popular approach these days. Did that make you feel any better? Yeah, sure. It was just a natural part of my journey. Following the path of darkness. It's my destiny. Misery is nobody's destiny. She's right. You shouldn't confine yourself to sadness just because it's what you're used to. Besides, the innkeeper always says you can choose your own destiny. And I decided our destiny was to bring these 2 lovers back together. At least for now. I think I need to go prepare for our treacherous journey ahead. You should let Melina know that you're leaving. He'll be worried senseless otherwise. Let her know you'll be back. It might not be. Don't be like your parents. Yikes, low blow. Whatever. It's time to go. You think I should go after them? I think sometimes we need a bit of time to feel our feelings by ourselves before we feel comfortable enough feeling them in front of other people. That's a no, right? Give him a moment. You'll have plenty of time to be there for him when you're trying to play matchmaker for the undead. Right. We have to do that. Which is fine. I'll be fine. The Mary Morgan probably doesn't even remember me. And if she does, I can just run. Or hide. Or cry. Well, no matter what, you won't be alone. Tell Aura how afraid I am. It'll be so embarrassing. You want to be there for him, you should also let him know when you're scared. It's only fair. I don't want to burden them with my problems. Being a burden every once in a while is a part of the wonderful experience of being loved. Your friends appreciate it when you trust them enough to let them help you. Because when you care for people, you're willing to put in a little work to make them smile. But you already know all this, don't you? I do, but it's just so much harder to keep in mind when it comes to myself. I know, but you've been doing very well, Fable. Thank you, Innkeeper. It's all thanks to you. Ah, that isn't true. I've been trying to help you the best I can, but you're the one who actually has to change. And I'm proud of how far you've come. Let's call it teamwork then. Let's. Anytime. Can I stay for a little longer? I think I need a bit more time before I can face my fears. Always, Fable. Thank you. This day is going on so much longer than I thought it'd be going for. Morning? Oh, that's right, you took a nap. I think I might have to call it a night here, though, because I still have work in the morning tomorrow. I think I shall save. At least it's a nice little stopping point. That was fun. I'm liking where the story is going. I like all the little quests and stuff and seeing the relationships build between all of them. It's so cute. Definitely excited to see how everything's gonna turn out. And I can't wait for Clay to come back. That little sweet bean. But thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for all the gift subs. Thank you for the follows and the raids. I appreciate every single one of you. And even all the lurkers and everyone who was just hanging out in general, because the most generous thing that you can give me is your time. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are. If it's nighttime for you, I hope you have a good night's rest. Sweet dreams. If it's daytime for you, if you're not going to bed soon, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and you're having a happy last day of the week, hopefully. I will be back tomorrow. We're going to be playing a one-shot. We're going to be playing Refined, which is like a personality game. So excited to see how that one is. It should be probably around 8:30 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so just about the same time as today.